So let's take a look at another vocabulary word from chapter 11 of
Yes.
Dracula, and that is the word ordeal. Do you remember? Do you remember that word? Probably not. But uh
No,
no.
no, sir.
That's a difficult
Yeah.
situation.
Okay.
It's a pretty common word actually, ordeal. That's a difficult situation. Can you read the example sentence that I have up here?
Okay, sir. Climbing the mountain was an ordeal, but the view made it worthwhile.
Do you understand that sentence? What does that mean?
So, yeah, climbing the mountain was an arduous or difficult work,
Hmm.
but the view made uh, more valuable.
Okay, so the the view made it worth the time, worth the effort.
Yeah.
That's what worthwhile means. Worthwhile means worth the time. You spent a lot of time doing it, but it was a good thing. You're happy you did it. Okay.
Okay.
So we've got climbing, climbing, climbing. What do you think of that vowel sound?
Climb,
Of
climb, climb.
vowels?
Yeah, it's a big climbing.
Okay, so we've got two syllables. I e. I e.
Yeah,
One is very big,
I,
very small.
yeah, I,
I e. I e. Climbing. Can you say that word?
climbing,
Cl-
climbing,
Mhm. How about climbing the? Is that big? The.
climb. The is a small.
Climbing the. Climbing the.
Climbing the
Okay. How about the next word? What is the next word?
is a mountain.
Mountain. Ow. Ow.
Uh,
Are those big sounds?
Ow,
Ow. Ow.
yeah, is a big.
Both
Ow
or just one?
is a first.
Okay.
Is a ow
All right. Can you say that word?
is a mountain.
Mountain. Okay. Climbing the mountain.
Climbing the mountain
Climbing the mountain. Wasn't. Wasn't. Wasn't.
is wasn't
Uh-huh. Are those big sounds or little sounds? Wasn't.
is a small. Is
Y-
wasn't.
Yeah, they're both small. If you said those words alone, they would be big. Was. And. They, but in
Yeah,
the middle of a sentence, it becomes very small. Wasn't. Wasn't.
is
Wasn't.
wasn't. Is wasn't.
Climbing the mountain wasn't.
Climbing the mountain wasn't.
Okay. And now we have our vocabulary word. Can you say that word?
Is a ordeal.
Okay. Ordeal.
Okay, ordeal.
Eel. How many sounds in there? Eel. Eel. Ordeal.
Is a two eel.
How many syllables does ordeal have?
Ordeal. D. L.
I guess that's two. It almost
Yeah.
like three, but I guess it's two.
Yes. Ordeal.
Yeah, but it's
Or and deal.
a very long sound. Eel. Eel. It
Yes.
sounds deal. Deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ordeal.
Last is long.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Can you say the whole phrase? Climbing the mountain was an ordeal.
So climbing the mountain was an ordeal.
Okay. And what are the next two words?
Is a but the
But
but the
but the. Are those big vowel sounds or little vowel sounds? But the.
is a but the is a small.
Okay, they're both small. How about when we say the word View,
Yeah,
view.
it's a big,
Yeah, that's
big
big. View.
view.
How about made? Is that big?
Yeah, it's a view made.
Uh-huh.
It's made.
That's also big, right?
Yeah, so big. Yeah,
Okay. And how about what if we say view made it? View made it. View made it.
view made it. View made it.
Is that it? What about that it? Is that a big vowel sound or a little vowel sound? It.
It is small,
Okay, but the view made it.
but the view made it.
Hmm. Okay. And what is the final word in that sentence?
Is a worthwhile. Is a
Wo-
worth.
Okay,
While.
let's start with the word worth. Worth. Can you say that word?
Worth. Worth.
Worth. Is that a big sound? Worth. Worth.
Worth.
Is that a long
Yes.
sound? It is long. Worth. Say
Is
it
a
again.
long worth.
Say it
Is
again.
a worth.
Worth.
Is a worth.
Yeah, make it a little bit
Worth.
longer. Worth. Worth.
Worth.
Hmm. How about the next word? While. While. Is that a big sound?
Yes. While.
It's three sounds. Why? It's a e o. Why?
A A E O.
While.
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 While. While.
Worthwhile.
Is worthwhile.
Yes, but
While.
when you have two words together, it's the first word is usually the one that has the emphasis. So you put more emphasis on the word worth, and you say worthwhile.
Is worthwhile.
Hmm. Climbing the mountain was an ordeal, but the view made it worthwhile.
Climbing the mountain was an ordeal, but the view made it worthwhile.
Okay, worthwhile.
Is
Okay.
worthwhile.
How many phrases do you think we could divide this sentence into?
Eh, uh, three maybe, but we can do two also.
Okay, what would be the three?
Okay. Climbing the mountain was an ordeal, but the view made it worthwhile.
So
It's
you
worthwhile.
want to separate worthwhile and make that a phrase like that? Is
Yes.
that what you say? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's try that. So we've got climbing the mountain was an ordeal. And if you had to pick one word that was super important in that phrase, which word would you pick?
Yeah, it was an ordeal.
Ordeal? Okay.
Yeah, ordeal.
Where's the accent on which syllable has the accent on ordeal? Is it the first
It's a
syllable or the second syllable?
second,
It's the second.
second syllable.
Okay.
Second syllable.
All right. Uh, how do you want to sound? Do you want to sound serious or do you want to sound friendly or nice or fun? What do you think should be our tone?
Yeah, it's a fun.
Fun?
It's a high rising tone. Yeah, rising tone.
Okay. Well, but this is at the end of a phrase. So what you have to do is make it high, but then by the time you finish the word, it must go down. So
Yes.
it would be or uh, ordeal, ordeal,
Ordeal.
mhm,
Ordeal.
ordeal. Okay. So you can start high with climbing. Climbing the mountain was an ordeal. Ordeal.
Climbing the mountain was an ordeal.
Ordeal. Deal.
Ordeal.
It's hard for me to hear that too. It's really hard. But so start climbing the mountain was an ordeal.
Climbing the mountain was an ordeal.
Okay. Now, if we take a look at the next phrase, but the view made it, Where
but the view made it.
what do you think is the most important word in that phrase?
Yes, the view.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right about that. Okay, now do you want to make this sound serious or happy?
Is happy.
Okay, so how would you pronounce that word?
Yes, the view
View, make it try a higher tone.
is a view,
View, but the view.
but the view.
Okay, and because we want to finish the tone probably on a lower sound, but the view made,
Yeah,
but the view made it.
but the view made it.
View,
But the view.
ordeal, view, high tone.
Okay. So ideal, but the view
Hmm.
made it.
Made it. So go down because it's the end of a phrase. You want it to maybe finish uh, in a lower tone. But the view made it.
But the view made it.
Climbing the mountain was an ordeal, but the view made it.
Climbing the mountain was an ordeal, but the view made it.
Okay, and what is our final phrase in this sentence?
Is a worthwhile.
Okay,
While
all right. And which word do you think we should emphasize? Worth or
is
while?
a worth.
Okay,
Is a worth.
okay,
It's
yeah.
worth.
Because when you have two words together like that, it's usually the first one that we're going
Yeah.
to. All right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. Worthwhile. How will you say
Is
that?
a worth. Is a worthwhile.
View, worth, deal, high tone.
Okay. Be okay. Okay. View worth. Worth.
Hmm. Okay. So climbing the mountain was an ordeal, but the view made it worthwhile.
Climbing the mountain was an ordeal, but the view made it worthwhile.
Can you say nor? Nor,
Is nor is nor
a nor, a nor,
anor
zanor, zanor, zanor,
jan, janor
was a nor,
was a nor
was an ordeal.
was an ordeal.
Climbing the mountain was an ordeal,
Climbing the mountain was an ordeal,
but the view made it worthwhile.
but the view made it worthwhile.
Okay. How would you make a yes no question with the sentence climbing the mountain was an ordeal?
So was the was climbing the mountain an ordeal?
Okay, that's right. And suddenly you want to make the word was, you want to make that an important word. So it suddenly becomes big. Was climbing the mountain an ordeal?
Was the climbing mountain an ordeal?
Was climbing the mountain an ordeal? An ordeal?
Was climbing the mountain an ordeal?
How would you answer no to that question?
No, no, climbing the mountain wasn't an ordeal.
Okay.
Ordeal
But so the way that you're saying the tone that you're using, you're saying wasn't, but really it should just fall down. Wasn't. So it's serious when you say a negative in English. You have to say wasn't.
wasn't
Yeah,
is a
wasn't.
wasn't.
Yeah, don't go up when you do that.
Okay,
Yep.
wasn't,
Yeah, you've got to be
wasn't.
serious. When you say a negative, you've got to be serious and use a low tone. Wasn't.
Yeah, wasn't. Yeah, sometimes I uh, pronounce the words in hurry. or I do not want to take relax or more time. So I always pronounce the word in very
Mm.
matlab, tense way.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
you
it
have to
is
relax.
difficult. Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
relax a little bit.
yes. But when I take the class,
Hmm.
I became relaxed, and I always think the native speakers always speak in relaxed way. But why am I speaking so rushed or tense way?
Well,
So I
because
also now following the and matlab, I have to speak in very relaxed way. No, yeah, tension.
you just take your time. Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Uh, do you know the? Have you ever seen the word fawn?